Israel is facing accusations of war crimes after the Israeli Defense Forces fired on UN peacekeepers in Lebanon for a second day in a row.
I condemn the fact that there was shooting against the UN premise, wounding two peacekeepers, which is a violation of international humanitarian law. Peacekeepers must be protected by all parties of the conflict.
This comes after Israeli forces fired on the main base of the UN's peacekeeping mission in Lebanon today, injuring two Indonesian peacekeepers with one in serious condition. Thursday's strikes hit a UN watchtower. Israel said the peacekeepers were inadvertently hit in today's strike and it is conducting a review. Canada has not commented on today's incident, but said yesterday's firing on UN personnel was, quote, alarming and unacceptable. And an airstrike on central Beirut last night killed at least 22 people and wounded nearly 120 others. This was the scene today as searchers combed through the rubble looking for at least 5 people who are still unaccounted for. The airstrikes represent a shift away from Beirut's southern suburbs, where Israel has focused nearly all of its attacks in the capital in recent weeks. CBC senior international correspondent Margaret Evans is in Beirut tracking developments.
This was the center of the Lebanese capital and not the Dahya or the southern suburbs, which are the known Hezbollah stronghold here in Beirut. That area of town has been almost continuously struck for the past 2 weeks. Sometimes people there get warning. There's hardly anybody left there, though, given the strength of those missile strikes. These last strikes last night, 2 of them hit after dark, but well before midnight. So in very heavily populated residential neighborhoods. If you're looking at pictures now of the aftermath of people going through rubble, some of the fire hoses still trying to put out smoldering rubble, you'll see that there are thick or heavily densely packed apartments around it, some of them several stories high. This was not an area where people were expecting strikes, and it's increased dramatically the sense of insecurity in the city. These were 2 different strikes in mainly Shia neighborhoods, but again, not known for being Hezbollah strongholds. Local media is saying that the target was a Hezbollah official who was involved in liaison activity between Hezbollah and the Lebanese security forces. We can't confirm that. We have had from the Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati today condemnation of the Israeli strikes and a plea to Israel to stop targeting residential neighborhoods and civilians. Security sources here have been reporting that the dead are civilians, including a family of 8 who had moved from the South Lebanon to the capital in search of safety. And of course, as I've said, the sense of insecurity here is only growing the longer this goes on.
CBC's Margaret Evans reporting from Lebanon.